Greetings, friends and family of the Batavia Elderday community. This is Mark DeMin, your vintage voice, here to bring you some more tunes that you know and love from the chapters of your life. So sing along with me if you know the lyrics, or just sit back and reminisce where you were when these songs hit the radio dial. I thought we'd go out yonder and experience a few songs that romance the American West with cowboys, cattle drives, tumbling tumbleweeds, and even happy trails. First up is a song voted by members of the Western Writers of America as the greatest Western song of them all. Ghost Riders in the Sky, a Cowboy Legend, was written in 1948 by American songwriter and actor Stan Jones. Several versions were crossover hits on the pop charts in 1949, most notably by Vaughn Monroe. Others who had hits with the song were Johnny Cash, Gene Autry, the Sons of the Pioneers, Burl Ives, The Ventures, Frankie Lane, Vic Damone, Elvis Presley, Tom Jones, and even, believe it or not, the Blues Brothers.
An old cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, a-plowing through the ragged skies, and up a cloudy draw. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-oh, the ghost riders in the sky. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns are black and shiny, and their hot breaths he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as the thunder through the sky, and he saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-oh, the ghost riders in the sky. Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught them yet. They've gotta ride forever in that range up in the sky. Hot horses snort fire as they ride on, hear their cry. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-oh, the ghost riders in the sky. As the riders looked on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, a-riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways today, and with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across the endless skies. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-oh, the ghost riders in the sky.
Another successful cowboy song that was recorded and charted on the billboards in 1948, Cool Water, originally written in 1936 by Bob Nolan. It is a song written about a man and his mule, Dan, and a mirage in the desert that constantly torments them with visions of life-giving water. It was first recorded by the Sons of the Pioneers on March 27, 1941 for Decca Records. However, the best-selling recorded version was done by Vaughn Monroe and the Sons of the Pioneers in 1948 on RCA Victor. The late 40s and early 50s seems to have been the beginning of an era of cowboys and dreams of escapism to the American West. Route 66 played a big part in people leaving their humdrum everyday lives for driving adventures out west. What activities and memories were you making in 1948? Remember? Those were hardy years for America after the war, and leading up to prosperous times in the 1950s. Were you just a little tyke then? Were you in varsity studies and activities in high school? Were you possibly starting a family, or starting a journey through your university years, or maybe even starting a new career?
Many I faced the barren waste without the taste of water, cool water. Old Dan and I, with throats burned dry and souls that cry for water, cool, clear water. Keep a moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's a devil, not a man. He spreads the burning sands with water. Dan, can you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for me and you? The nights are cool and I'm a fool. Each star's a pool of water, cool water. But with the dawn I'll wake and yawn and carry on to water, cool, clear water. Keep a moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's a devil, not a man. He spreads the burning sand with water. Dan, can you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for me and you?
And now it's time for your public service announcement from this station. While we as modern Americans enjoy ready access to cool, clear water out of the tap, be sure to remember to drink your 8 glasses of water each day to keep you properly hydrated. You don't want to end up like old Dan the Mule in your own home now, do you? Okay, end of public service announcement. Our next song, Tumbling Tumbleweeds, was another song composed by Bob Nolan. By the way, if you're not remembering the name Bob Nolan, he was a member of the Sons of the Pioneers and wrote many of their well-known songs, as you can tell by this medley. Although one of their famous songs, it wasn't actually composed until much earlier by Nolan back in the 1930s, while working as a caddy and living in Los Angeles. It met its first fame in 1935 with the Gene Autry film of the same name. The Sons of the Pioneers first recorded the song for Decca, but much later, in August of 1934, and it enjoyed chart success. And their 1946 version did as well on RCA Victor. Other notable recordings of Tumbling Tumbleweeds were done by Bing Crosby, Slim Whitman, Pat Boone, Johnny Ray, TV star Lorne Greene, and even Kate Smith.
See them tumbling down, pledging their love to the ground. Lonely but free I'll be found, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds. Cares of the past are behind, nowhere to go but I'll find just where the trail will wind, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds. I know when night is gone that a new world's born at dawn. I'll keep rolling along. Deep in my heart is a song. Here on the range I belong. the tumbling tumbleweeds. I know when night is gone that a new world is born at dawn. I'll keep rolling along. Deep in my heart is a song. Here on the range I belong, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds.
Now, before we get to our last song, here are some key events you may remember that happened in the late 1940s. Burma gains its independence and joins the UN. Mahatma Gandhi is assassinated. The Winter Olympics begins in St. Moritz. The first Kinsey report is published. NASCAR is founded. Gentleman's Agreement wins the Academy Award for Best Picture. President Harry Truman signs the Marshall Plan. ABC Television begins its first broadcasting station in Philadelphia. The Israeli Declaration of Independence is made with David Ben-Gurion made first Prime Minister of Israel. Columbia unveils the long-playing 33 1/3 phonograph format. The Berlin blockade begins, followed shortly by the Berlin airlift operations to bring food and medical supplies to Berlin residents cut off by communist occupation. Racial segregation in the U.S. Armed Forces ends by order of President Truman. Margaret Chase Smith becomes the first woman to serve as a senator both in the House of Representatives and the Senate. General Tojo and 7 other Japanese military leaders are sentenced to death for war crimes by an international military tribunal. The Philadelphia Eagles defeat the Chicago Cardinals 7-0 to win the championship. Preston Tucker unveils his revolutionary Tucker 48 sedan built in Chicago, the first completely new car built in America. And Cole Porter's musical Kiss Me Kate opens for the first of 1,077 performances in New York City. Whew. All of that in the last years of the 40s alone. Unbelievable. Well, as I sign off, I hope you had fun reminiscing about the late 40s era and what you were doing during that time. I hope you had as much fun singing along or just listening to them as I did singing them to you. So we'll see you later on down that happy trail.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet